Hi, I'm Chris, and welcome to the Grimwood Workshop. In today's video, I'm going to go over how to restore the very first bearded axe I ever made. You can kind of see there's a little bit of dragging still left in it, and it really needs to be cleaned up. Anyways, as you can see, it's been really well loved, and after about, I don't know, 3 years of service or so, she's done. Handle's broke, it gave out. It's time to restore her, time to redo her. So now I'm going to show you the process that I use to fractal burn the new handle, which this one hasn't been cleaned up yet, but you'll see. Fractal burn this new handle, refinish it, stain it, get it ready to go, get it cleaned up. We're going to have to trim the top here to fit the top and the axe on this side of it, but I'm going to take you through the process of how I refinish this. We're going to etch a new dragon on here because you can see that it's just not all there. It looks really, really bad. The back's been beaten all up. We're going to smooth all of this out. And yeah, we're going to put a new dragon on here. We're going to sharpen the blade up because right now, hell, I couldn't even cut my hand with it, I don't think, unless I tried real hard. So we're going to give it a shot. Here we go. Okay, so we're going to start with the handle. And in the process, you're going to see is basically I'm going to be putting the electrodes from the fractal burner on either end. We're going to start here, and then we'll slowly but surely move them in so that we can get some good, deep etch marks. Now, this one's already been done, and you're going to see the process of how that's done. But we're going to mix up baking soda and water, or it's already mixed, but we're going to use a mixture of baking soda and water. And you soak the wood down on both. Well, I usually do it one side at a time, but you soak the wood down, let it soak in a little bit, and you can kind of tell because it's slow starting off. Whenever you start the fractal burn, it starts off really slow and starts giving these really, really small little details. And then as the water seems to soak in, and I kind of like to start from the very jump because I like it like that. Personally, I like it to have a big deep, and then it looks like there's two lightning strikes coming together. But it's just, down to personal preference. But I just constantly keep contacting the two electrodes with baking soda and water, and that's it. And you just let it do its thing. And turns out really nice. And then you go back, take this to the sink, and we'll scrub out all the burnt charcoal bits out of the insides of it, and you'll see it'll leave a really distinct, really nice pattern. And we may even put some ruins down the handles. We'll see how she looks after we get her finished up and get her cleaned up. Okay, so you just saw the part about how I got it all fractal burned and ready to go. So now we're going to put the ruins on it, 4 on each side. We're going to use Freya's ruins. And when we get it finished up, we'll take it over to the sink and get it cleaned out and show you how that looks. Okay, let's put these ruins on here. We're going to start off because the handle's going to go up here. So you want to give a little bit of space and you want to be able to see it. So we're probably going to go ahead and we're going to put 1 right here and 3 right here. And then we'll flip it over and do 4 on the other side. So we'll straighten that line out when we go to burn it. All right, and let's go down here. Okay, now let's turn her over and we're going to put, let's do this about the same thing. Let's put 1 up here and then we'll put the other 3 down here. So this one looks similar to an R almost, but this is Freya's Et, so. Let's see here, we're going to go with. Okay, now we'll fire up the wood burner and we'll come back and we'll burn all these in. Just so you can see, there's 1 there, 1 there, there. These 3 here, and then that 1 there. The top, we're going to use, of course, we're going to trim about that much back. It's almost the right size already, but we still got to fix this to fit the handle. So we didn't want to put any of the ruins up too high, or else, you wouldn't have been able to see them. So, okay, let's go. Okay, so our wood burner's hot enough. I always just give it a test on my workbench just to see, and you can see, well, kind of see, it's burning a black line. It's making it happen. So let's, we're going to take our file, clean up our tip just a little bit. I always clean these when they're hot. It seems to come off way better. Okay. Oh, here we go. Make sure y'all can see this, and yes you can. So we're just gonna start by burning in this first ruin, which, as you can see, is just about there. Yeah, she's looking pretty good. Move to the next one. Looks like we got a nice line there. Let's bring her around and do this curve. And then we'll bring it on down here. Trying to be careful, of course. You want this to look good. Okay. All right, just about got that line done. I never push too hard because if you do, you'll leave these little circles in there, and yeah, that don't look too good. So I just lightly drag the burner kind of back and forth until I put a little groove in there, and then just keep it moving. And as long as you keep it moving, it won't leave those little circles. Unless you just, I don't know, hit a piece of the wood wrong and it sticks or whatever. Like I just got one there. Try to work that out. Yeah, there we go. just a little bit longer. Okay, flip it over and we'll knock this side out. Okay, yep, even those little circles. Just like we don't like. I think it's because we're rubbing over the grain here. It's gotta be. But I think if we just play with it a little bit, we'll get it right. Just a little bit more in there. And got that one. Get a little bit more straight up. Look, just caught it right there with the edge. That's something you got to be careful about. So I guess we're going to shape this one just a bit different because, as you can see, we messed up a little bit. But that's all right. I'm sure we can shape it in here. Yeah, I guess that didn't turn out too bad. Looks a little, I think we'll get her back right. And a little bit more there. All right. Yeah, looks good. We'll just make the other side match. Knot that end a little bit. All right, we got our general shape, so let's see if we can't get it cleaned up. Yeah, that looks pretty good. We'll go with that right there. Moving on to the next one. Let's do it again. Looks like I need a new tip. It's gotten a lot shorter. All right, that looks pretty good. And we'll do our last one, and then we're going to take it over to the sink. Scrub it out with just water and a brush. I think I'll save y'all the pain of that. I'll just bring it back and show you what it looks like. All right. And there we have it. We got that one, those three, and then we'll flip it over. Got that one, and those three. Should fit in the hand pretty nice. Still a little warm. Okay, we'll see you in a minute. Okay, so I just took it to the sink, scrubbed it all out, and as you can see, it has come out with good detail. Sorry, I had to get the camera to focus there for a second. But we got our ruins, we've got the fractal burn. So next is to stain and shape the top to fit the axe blade. Okay, so we let this dry and we're going to hit it with just a little bit of sandpaper just to kind of smooth it all out, and then we are going to hit it with this dark stain over here. So let's see, we're going to go with the 180 just to smooth her up real quick, just to, from the fractal burn. Just knock anything off, make it nice and smooth. That should do it. Yeah, it's got a nice feel to it. It's not too slick, but you can still get a good grip on it. Looks pretty good. Okay, so blow all the dust off of it, and let's go ahead and put some stain on it. I just always use just a little bit of paper towel. It's quick, it's easy, it's disposable, it doesn't leave a mess, and I don't have to clean it up. So let's do it. Okay, and we'll get down here on the handle, and then we'll set her to the side and let her dry. And go wash my hands. I should have been wearing gloves, but you know, funnily enough, with the pandemic going around, gloves are extremely hard to find. What do you know? All right, well, we've got her all stained up. Not really worried about the top because I'm going to trim all that off anyway, but that is how she looks, all stained up. Now she will get oiled up one more time after she dries, just so we can keep the life in the wood. And that's how she comes up. Okay, next we're going to get to the blade, because I'm not going to cut the top of this until I finish the blade and know exactly the size that I need up here at the top, because it might change depending on how much work we actually have to do to the axe blade itself. Okay, well, this is the end of part 1. If you like videos like this, please consider pressing the subscribe button, giving me a thumbs up for the like, and possibly even leaving a comment. Thank you very much. See you on the next one.